Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for November the 16th, 2024. And yes, you can see we've got a little Christmassy in here already. I don't normally do Christmas stuff this early. The Winter Village is not set up for Lego. We do not have any other decorations in the house, but we do have Advent calendars starting in a couple of weeks, and those take up all my weekday slots and then some. So if I want to do any Christmassy things that aren't like, the big Sunday video, I need to do them ahead of December. So I thought, well, let's get the Christmas stuff put out, or at least some of it. It may not all stay like this before we get to the Advent calendars. But we got Deadpool on a deer here. That's the most important thing. We got our tree. We got our little Advent droids from a couple years ago. And I think we're all holly-jollied. And that's because I am going to start looking at some holiday stuff. But first, one minor thing this week. We did see at DisneyStore.com, they did do pre-orders for the next series of Lorcana. And I realize now I never did a video on the last series of Lorcana. We have the stuff, but we just never did the video on it. But I don't know, it's kind of stale now, isn't it? Well, we'll still do it eventually. We'll do it some Saturday morning and go through it all. But not yet. We're going to do Christmas stuff for now. But yeah, they put up for pre-order some new playmats, a new Stitch gift set, and of course the booster box. No decks as of yet, but I think those will be coming probably in the next couple weeks. I didn't order the boosters this time because I have like 4 or 5 boxes of boosters that I keep saying we're going to do a video on, and we will. But I mean, it's now been, 13, 14 months since we got that first booster box, and we still have another video on it. But I promise you, eventually, we will. Nobody will care at that point. Lorcana will be dead and forgotten, but we'll do that video. And maybe someday down the road, somebody will be interested in it. But today we're looking at a Christmassy thing. And of course, on this channel, nothing can just jump straight into the video. We have to have a little bit of a precursor. And that is how we got to where we are today. So back in 2022, we did a trip down to Disneyland, and on the way, we spent a little bit of time in the town of Solvang, where I found a shop called the Yule House, where I found this. Easily one of the coolest Christmas decorations, although it shows cat hair, something fierce. But one of the coolest holiday decorations ever made. This is a Byers Choice Ltd Caroler doll. I feel like these are I'm probably a little bit young to be getting into these. I feel like this might be more in like the same age group that still collects like Precious Moments kind of figurines and Hummel figures and stuff. But I saw this, and I mean, it is, again, easily one of the coolest holiday decorations I've ever seen. This, of course, is the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come from A Christmas Carol. It's got Ebenezer Scrooge's tombstone. It's got this face, it's very much just giving Dementor. Now, that mouth is part of what made it cool, because it does look kind of creepy, but that actually is what all carolers' mouths look like. But I thought I didn't buy this at the time. I got this for my birthday later that year. And yeah, it's been on display for the last couple years in our house. But naturally, when you have one spook, when you have one happy haunt, or maybe not so happy haunt, others do tend to appear. For you see, that year for Christmas, I received all the rest of these that have all just kind of appeared. Now, they're not all ghosts, of course. I mean, we have the Ghost of Christmas Present, Christmas Past, and the second coolest in the collection, the other one I really liked, is Marley's Ghost. Look, it's got the chain. Again, that mouth just gives them that haunted look. But again, they kind of all have that look. We also ended up with Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim, and of course, the OG man himself, Ebenezer Scrooge. Now, this is not the full Christmas Carol collection. I think there's like his nephew and I think a couple other people in the series aside from these. This is not all of it. And I don't have any intention of getting all of it, although I mean, if somebody gives them to me as a gift, what can you do but say thank you and add them to the collection. But while this year for my birthday I did not receive another Christmas Carol Byers Choice Caroler, which the name Caroler has nothing to do with this being a Christmas Carol, they're all just called that. We actually also have one, we found while thrifting, we have a painter one. And yeah, if you look these up, Byers Choice Carolers, there are tons of these things. I feel like it's very much something that's in the territory of precious moments or like Hummel figures. It's that kind of a collectible thing. But I mean, they're very cool. I especially love the Ghost, especially these two in particular. But they make a very nice holiday display. So this year, when my birthday rolled around, I opened up my present and received another one of these very familiar to me now green caskets. Yes, this is what they're all stored in the rest of the year, as little green coffins like this. And this year we did not receive somebody from A Christmas Carol. We received, actually, it's something I do need more of. I only have a couple of this, I don't know, entity, deity, character, person, and that is, get him out of here, the Krampus. Yes, I have now a Caroler Krampus. I only have a couple Krampus figures. I have, actually back here, we have our Naughty or Nice Krampus action figure. We did a video on these Naughty or Nice figures last year. They actually came out a couple years ago. I just didn't get them in time to do a video on them in 22. They came out then, I got them in 23. Or I did the video in 23. And it's a very nice sculpt. It's got issues. The accessories it comes with it largely can't interact with, and the worst issue is he's supposed to have a tail. I do have the tail, it's in his box, but it doesn't stay in. It will not fit in the little joint. But aside from the only other Krampus I had is a Funko Pop, and I can't show you that because it's on permanent display in our Funko display and is not easily accessible to me for this video. But now I do have a new Krampus. This one's a little bit more, unlike our action figure, they're a little bit more faithful to your traditional Krampus. He's got his little bundle of sticks. He's got the bag, which does have something in it, presumably a couple children. And it's got a nice little, like, snowy base. And it does appear to have been based on a child Caroler. It's got a very childish, not childish as in like immature, but like a childlike face under here. But he's very nice. It's got his ears and his horns, and the tongue is done in a very weird way. They've just kind of glued it to the mouth coming out. But it does, particularly from a distance, give you that nice Krampusy look to it. This one's a little bit more overtly, I think, Christmassy than the others. I mean, it's a Christmas Carol. I mean, they're obviously overtly Christmas. But this one, because he's got like the winteriness going on with him. He's got his chain, his tail. He's very soft. I mean, it's a hard form inside there, but the fur is actually very like pleasant to touch. Not that I think you were meant to be touching this a lot. It's just very, very silky, very pleasant. And yeah, so that is our new Byers Choice Caroler for the year. We've added in Krampus. But I would like to find like a good Krampus action figure. I mean, I like my Naughty and Nice one, but I don't know. It's just something a little lacking about it. This one is definitely cool and unique, and find other Krampuses, they're not going to be like this one. So that's makes it a very cool and unique addition to our display. But I never, frankly, until I saw these two at the Yule House, I didn't know Byers Choice Carolers existed. And now look, I have 7 of them. I'm not counting Tiny Tim as a separate Caroler. Even though he's got his own face, he is permanently attached to Bob. But that's all I have this week. I just wanted to show off my Krampus doll. I wanted to check him out. Because I don't know, because I didn't know these things existed until a couple years ago. I don't know how many of you are aware that these exist, but if you weren't before, you are now. And you now know there's a Krampus one. So it's pretty cool. I think he fits in with them, especially with these two. What do you think? I think he fits right in there with them, don't you? It's fantastic. But as always, I am interested to know what you think. Do you have any Byers Choice Caroler dolls? Which ones are your favorites? Are there other good, like kind of spooky holiday ones that I'm not aware of that I should add to my collection? Please let me know in the comments below. And of course, what do you think of our little cherubic-faced, wicked Krampus figure, let me know. But that'll wrap this video up. See, we didn't go too long today. We do have more stuff coming though, more holiday stuff coming. We got ornaments coming. I'm sure there'll be pins at some point. I don't think we have any right now, but I feel like the likelihood of pins before Christmas are pretty high. And yes, of course, we do have the Advent calendars coming up in just a couple of weeks. We'll start that. I haven't got all my Advents yet. I've got my toy ones. I've got one of my 12-day ones. It's a nice, lovely little cocktail one. I'm not sure what I'm calling the series this year. I'm thinking of leading toward, because this year's Advent from Lego for Marvel is the Spider-Man one. And that's what I'm going to do on the channel. They have Harry Potter and they have Star Wars. And I've really liked the Marvel ones for doing the videos on. So I'm staying with that again this year. And I'm thinking this year will be called Into the Advent-verse, because it is kind of a Spider-Verse-y Spider-Man calendar. But nothing's in stone yet. Nothing's in stone until December 1st when the first video goes out. But that's it. I'm going to stop rambling. I've already asked what you think. So I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. And remember, if you're not nice, Krampus will come and take you away. And I'll see you in the next video.